now. Go live now.
Fuck
Hi.
it, we'll do it live.
Yeah. Hello, Internet. It's me, Quill. But I have a guest this time. It's the Bogenrieder Variety Hour, but we have a guest this time. Huzzah! It's Chris.
Yes, it's me, who's also live at the same time. So we're both guests on our
We're both guests on each
respective
other's
stream.
shows, yeah.
Very, very meta. Very, as Movie Bob would say, very David Lynchian. Do you see that? You see his review of WandaVision?
I saw Cinema Roberto.
He said it invokes the specter of David Lynch. I'm just like, of course you would think weird equals David Lynch. If David Lynch saw that, I'd feel like he would want to hunt you down, just to call you an idiot.
I'm playing with these coins. I don't give a shit about Cinema Robert.
Oh, it's Cinema Robert.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna talk about 4 things today, I guess. We're gonna talk about King in Black, Black Cat,
Venom 200 news, and our thoughts about that, and then Solicits. Mainly Marvel, because with DC is just...
It's just Batman. That's it.
It's literally just Batman. Like 75% of the releases are Batman, and then just like, okay,
It's Batman.
and we have Superman and Flash and everyone else.
I guess.
That's it.
Whatever.
Don't worry, guys. It's an infinite frontier. Literally, infinite possibilities.
These are the voyages of Starship Batman.
Unless you're anyone but Batman, then that doesn't matter. That's just how it is. So we'll start off with, well, because I have it as my picture for the stream. We'll start off with King in Black.
I don't have
Thor finally appears.
I don't have a picture. Shit, I need a picture. Hang on, I'll just go to the internet and Google it.
I'll post. I'll put in the group chat what I use. But it's literally just the JoJo meme, but with Knull and Thor.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here you go, Knullbros. Here's That's just here. It's on the Marvel website. There you go. That's all you get. Hey, Spidey dude. That's all. This is all you get. I'm not putting effort into this. This is just Knull.
Knull. It's just a picture of Knull. Yeah, King in Black number 3, I believe it is.
Yeah,
we're
number
halfway
3 of
through
5.
the story.
Yay!
It's only 5. I was gonna say,
it's only 5.
I feel like if this was any longer, it would just be a constant. Hey, we've got the one up on Knull, and then Knull be like, haha,
just as planned.
All according to Kotaku. Because that's what Knull has been like pretty much every time they get the one up.
He's just been like, haha, just as planned. Got him. And then And then the heroes have to go find some new advantage. That's for later.
New advantage to defeat. Yeah, literally some new advantage. But yeah, this issue, Thor finally rocks up. I'm guessing his tie-ins explain where the fuck he was all this time.
He has a tie-in?
Well, he's own. Yeah, I know.
No,
surprising.
Yeah, Donny Cates not jerking off his favorite characters and tie-ins. Who'd have thunk?
Huh.
But
yeah, Thor appears. He fights him. It's like, I'll show you what a real god and king is like. Knull is just like, nope. No reverse card on you.
Yeah, he literally does a fucking Uno. Like, Thor blows him the fuck out. And there was a page, I was reading the story on Ko, and someone posted the page of Thor blowing off Knull's jaw, and someone's like, Knullbros, how did we lose so hard? and then Knull just pulls a fucking sword out of his back and like, ha, psych, and then he fucking stabs Thor. It's fucking hilarious.
He stabs Thor.
Like, okay, so I do have to say, to be fair and give it this book a positive, as cluttered as this fucking book was, it was at least, it at least felt like something was happening, and it wasn't just like it wasn't an unintentional comedy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Spidey Dude Network's like, who's on with that Neil dude? This is Chris. We do Destiny streams together on his channel. He's never played D&D. Yeah, D&D is really hard to get into, honestly. I'm still kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
This far.
I like the concept, but I don't think I'd ever get into D&D.
But yeah. So when Eddie Brock died in King in Black #2, I literally burst out laughing the first time I saw it because it's like Dylan accidentally killed Eddie, but and it's like you hear the Curb Your Enthusiasm music playing in the background as Dylan stares at his father's corpse flatlining. And then in this book,
Always Sunny, Eddie dies. No, so it doesn't matter because we know, even if we didn't have Solicits, we know that
he's gonna be fine. I guess
he's gonna be fine.
Like he's over in the hive mind, I guess.
I guess Venom Heaven or whatever.
Venom Heaven. But I don't know. At least this one, I didn't feel like bursting out laughing when something stupid happened. Like when Thor fucking got shanked in the back by Knull, I didn't like burst out laughing.
I think overall, I think it's a lot of the action is good. I think the fight scenes between
it helps that this book is mainly just action. There's not a real plot to it.
It's hardly any kind of like, despite the fact it's the halfway mark, and it really needs to progress it even further. A lot of the plot doesn't happen, and I'm okay with that because this is primarily just Thor v Knull boxing match.
This is mainly just Kate's going, "Shut up, watch the action, pay me,
soon product."
Money. Yeah, and then get excited for next product. Actually, you mind if we talk about X-Force since we're here? Not right now, but like in the stream.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I think that the slugging match between Thor and Knull was like it was even advertised as the main highlight, so I can't fault them for playing what worked and what they advertised. So I can't complain on that front. That said, the book kind of jumped the shark when Iron Man possessed the Celestial and started beating the shit out of the other one.
Yeah, Iron Man came in with the
symbiote dragon with Extremis.
Yeah, Extremis Ex Machina.
Yeah, and okay, so there was one part where not in this book, actually maybe it was this book, where every time they like seemingly gain the upper hand against Knull, he just comes like, haha, all according to plan, then does something out of nowhere, and fuck, I can't remember the book. I don't know. It felt like it was just artificially making way of like Vegeta kneeling to this new threat. I kneel, Knull-sama.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it just felt like the stakes have been artificially inflated every time I read this book. I did like Kate's writing of Peter. Peter felt very in character, and I'm genuinely glad that he and Eddie have become actual friends and not just like been growling at each other. It's been a good redemption. Yeah. It's been a good redemption arc for not only Eddie, but also it shows Peter being a good friend to Dylan. Because Dylan grows from like an overreaching hate boner of Spidey into like a genuine, I don't want to say father-son duo, but like a mentor figure. Oh well.
Hey Hack, welcome to the stream. And Hack says Eddie's dead. Time for Scorpion to be Venom again.
I honestly, we'll talk about it when we talk about Venom #200. But I honestly think that Flash is going to be the new Venom again.
And they're gonna somehow bring him back.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're in the symbiote. They're in the symbiote. They're in Venom Heaven now, so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they're gonna pull a Death Metal #7, just like, oh, people who died are now back.
Yeah, they just remember everything. Woo.
Ooh, yeah.
Spidey Dude says it's comics, bro. Unless you're Uncle Ben, you're fine. Well, even he is not immune to that curse. So, yeah.
Is it well? Uncle Ben has some kind of leeway to the fact that it's either just his spirit or a clone,
or it's an alternate universe version.
or its alternate universe. I don't think he's been a character, and I'm not particularly 100% with Spidey lore and everything. Saw a character that has fully come back. He's back.
He came back for like 5 minutes in ASM 500 as like a gift to Peter from Doctor Strange. So I can't say he's missed a whole lot, or I can't say he's never been brought back, but it's never been like an actual like permanent change to the status quo. If Spencer did that, if Spencer actually did that, I'd be kind of pissed off. But I don't think Spencer is stupid. Is what I'm saying here.
Yeah. Hack says, X storyline, Planet of the Symbiotes 2, Return of Eddie.
That's what we're getting right now.
That's what we're gonna get. Yeah, that's what we're essentially getting, and that's a topic we're going to be talking about later on, about Marvel recycling previous stories and events.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. But overall, with King in Black #3, I would give it B minus.
Yeah, I'd give it.
I enjoyed it for what I enjoyed it for what it was. It solicited itself as just Thor and Null beating the shit out of each other, and that's what I got.
It wasn't like Clown World, like the last issue where they're like BTFO'd and trying to recover. Now they actually like an even. It's alleviated my fears that go away, bot. You're not wanted here. It alleviated my fears that like this book was just gonna be like, oh, I want Dylan. I'm gonna chase everyone until Dylan is here. Bye, guys.
And just a constant.
Oh no, Dave's smacking. I've been blown out. And then
a constant cat and mouse chase.
Yeah. So good work.
But the fact that Null has like ultimate power, he just can't. He won't be able to get Dylan. Like, yeah. Luckily, it didn't become something like that.
And then they cop out to like blow him out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess move on to Black Cat.
You can talk about Black Cat because I don't read Black Cat.
I'm not gonna go into it a whole lot, but I definitely like this one. It felt like a very good. It felt like a very in-character issue for Felicia. I wish it wasn't Italian. I guess I'm never going to get my way with that for now. But it was a very fun issue. Like, in a way that King in Black hasn't been. It's not like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It feels more like some Ocean's 11 style bullshit with some James Bond mixed in. And that's where I think the book has shown so far. Like, if you've read the annual from McKay and Joey Vasquez, that's where Black Cat has stepped up, and it definitely helps that they got a better artist this time around than Travel Foreman. I don't want to reveal the twist because it just came out yesterday, but definitely some good work. I would definitely encourage buying this book. That's it. All right, X-Force.
If you want to talk about X-Force, you can talk about X-Force.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull up X-Force on the Marvel website just because I want a visual aid. Comics. So fuck. I'm just gonna look up X-Force in the database. Fuck. I want to point out that this book has just been Beast the War Criminal.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Okay.
It's just like, how can we weaponize this virus? I'm just like, Beast, what the fuck? Do you want people to recognize
Krakoa as an actual nation? So here's the thing: is that Beast has been slowly becoming more and more like Dark Beast as time goes on, and so recently Krakoa has been struck by like this tumor it shit out. That's literally what happened. It shit out a tumor, and it's just infecting people. And so Beast looks at it, and he's like, "Whoo, that's interesting. How can we make it a weapon?" And even Cecilia Reyes is like, "What the fuck, man? Don't do this. What the fuck?" Like, I get that, like, the X-Force is supposed to be, like, the mutant version of the CIA, but you don't want to be the CIA. I get, like, all Beast has to do now is topple some more democratically elected nations and work with Corpo to manufacture crises in the Middle East, but Beast is well on his way to becoming a real CIA member.
Pretty much, like, this is like this is like the second time in this. I think the same book. Beast is just like, how do we weaponize this?
No, this is the third time if you count like his McCarthyism. If you count his Red Scare.
Oh,
Because remember, he's like, oh, Omega Red and Colossus are bad. Don't question it. Just they're bad.
yeah. It's Beast is Beast is pretty much
Beast is a
becoming
horrible
villain.
asshole, and it's weird because like that's when he's most entertaining. Like I don't care. Like I get like there's a large contingent of people who like his old like 70s Avengers day, or was it the 80s he was in the Avengers? 80s. But Beast is way more fun and entertaining to read when he's batshit insane and toppling nations with his super science.
Becoming a villain. Fucking insane.
Like he's a genocidal mad scientist now. Like remember in the not all new, but the Bendis era X-Men when Beast was like the foil to Scott's extremism, and like when Scott told him to make a legacy virus and he was bitching about memorials and he did it anyways. Like Hank was a foil to Scott by thinking Scott was an extremist taking two things far with X-Force, and now Hank is the extremist with X-Force.
The tables have turned.
He is CIA. Bane,
Literally.
I'm CIA. Tell me about Bane.
Hack says this is what happens when mutants get their own island.
I'm waiting for like the scene where they're in a plane and Wolverine tosses a guy out and says he didn't fly so good. Who's next? Then you've got like was it Stryker? He's going like, oh, perhaps he's wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane. But X-Force is entertaining. I know people don't like the status quo of Krakoa, but it's more fun to watch the X-Men like just go full ham rather than just do the same back and forth mutants are dying mutants are dying meme.
Mutants are an allegory for racism again.
I'm fine with them being an allegory. It's just, I want to see them do something other than just we're going extinct again. And
I mean, I'm kind of fine with it. I think the fact that it's always used again and again, it's like, we don't like mutants, get them out of our existence. It's just like, you live in a fucking world of like aliens and gods.
Yeah, you live in a world where like you live in a world where Iron Man blows up the Middle East on a daily basis. The mutants are like the least of your problems.
But mutants are
they're natural, so they're bad. To be fair, it's like people who don't like avocados, but
I don't like avocado.
You hate muties.
And my secret shame. I hate them.
Someone on Co is like, if Spectacular Spider-Man was so spectacular, then why did it only last 26 episodes?
Hack says at this point the X-Men could just literally live in space.
They've done that before.
And they've done that before, haven't they? Yeah.
They went to Asteroid M, and I think in one of the Powers of 10 issues, it was revealed that the mutants were living on Asteroid M, or in Shi'ar space. Whatever.
Sure.
Honestly, just let them do space shit. That's the most fun they are. That's when they're the most fun.
They're just away from everything else, because
I don't care.
They just get constantly just the whole repeat of, like, everyone hates mutants.
Like, clearly, the mutants are the people who can't take a hint. Right? When you
just
got people
leave.
Like, Magneto has the right idea. Just pack up and leave. I don't want to coexist with people who want to fucking kill me. Just go.
Fuck off. Literally, just go away. I don't want you here. For like, what? How many years now? 50, 60, whatever?
80.
It's still...
No, wait, just
80
60.
years. 60. 60 years, the same old shit. And then they don't get the clue of like, maybe we should just leave.
If they're gonna keep massacring us, maybe we should just go away.
Yeah.
like I remember in one of the tie-ins, it was not the tie-ins. It was Fantastic Four X-Men. They were talking about how like this is how this is different from Genosha and things like. Yeah, sure, that's reassuring.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because that worked out so well.
Yeah.
In talking about Venom 200.
Yay. Whatever.
Hey, so I'm guessing everyone saw the news. Venom 200 is the last issue for Johnny Cates and Ryan Stegman.
I think you mean Donny Cates and Ivan Coelho, because Stegman did like 8 issues and that was it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, do covers though.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. If you want to play that game, then Patrick Gleason did most of the issues of Superman Rebirth, not Doug Mankey.
I mean, it's still technically part of the creative team, but in a way, yes, you are right. He wasn't there for the majority of it.
Now you can argue that like, oh, he was in he did Absolute Carnage and King in Black, which were supposed to be Venom arcs, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just want to read them in Venom, not separate tie-in, not separate events where Venom is a tie-in.
Yeah. But anyway, regardless, yes, Cates and Stegman will be leaving Venom.
And watches in a month, we get the reveal that Flash is alive, and we're gonna get a relaunched Agent Venom with Cates and Stegman on creative.
Oh no, I don't want Cates. I do not want Cates on a Flash Thompson.
Here's the
title.
thing: is that Cates seems to care a lot more about Flash than he cares about writing Eddie. So
maybe, but I don't know. I just feel like it's just gonna be a repeat. It's just gonna be some other super symbiote threat. We're gonna get another 2 years leading up to that.
Oh, I should probably turn off this visual aid. Hang on. Fuck. I'm still stuck on X-Force.
Be like, you thought Knull was bad. Have you met his cousin, sister's attorney's lawyer's wife?
What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, here's the cover for Venom. That's a variant by Jock, I think. Yeah, that's Jock. Here's the main cover. It's actually a really nice cover by Cates. Or not Cates, Jesus Christ.
Cates, because we're seeing what Cates' artwork looks like, and it's not.
It's no bueno.
It's no. I can see why he's a writer. That's what I can.
But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised this book lasts.
How they say that's a face for radio? That's Stegman's art. No, not Stegman's art. That's Cates' art.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised this book has lasted past 30 issues, because Venom is a book who's perpetually known for just being an endless miniseries.
Yeah, because the status quo of Venom
just constantly
always changes.
Yeah.
Constantly changes. He's a villain. He's an anti-villain. He's an anti-hero. He's a hero. It doesn't stay consistent.
And to be fair, this is not a problem that is exclusive to Cates. This is a problem that has cropped up within Venom's editorial history ever since he was created, I think. Since even ASM 385. With the handshake, where he shook hands with Spider-Man and became like, temporary allies.
They're buddies now. Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, it's... whether they'll actually continue after 200...
I think they said. I think they've mentioned like they're gonna do like a creative team past 200. They just haven't announced it.
Okay, because I feel like Marvel would use it as a chance to relaunch it, as always. Since it's a legacy number, they might just soft launch it with the legacy number now.
Oh yeah. By the way, you want to talk about the price ticker for this motherfucker?
Yes, it is
$10. Yeah.
$10. It's an anniversary issue, baby.
100 pages for $10. Actually, that's for. So I'll be nice to Venom. I'll be nice to Marvel here. That's actually a higher price point than most books. Like ASM 49, which translated to ASM 850, was $10 for only 80 pages. This is like 20 more pages for the same value. So
yeah, I got the Marvel solicits up showing Venom number 200. That's the variant by Jock. The picture I had beforehand, I think, is the main cover.
Is it the Stegman cover is the main one?
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Eddie Venom on the throne. I think, yeah, that's the main one.
You think he's gonna become symbiote god?
Going by this cover, it looks like it. I feel like he's gonna, like, overthrow Null or, like, absorb Null somehow, and he's like, now he is God. Worship Venom.
I'm the symbiote god, baby.
A symbiote god, baby.
Pulls out a knife.
Yep, so we got all these covers, Jock, Simone Bianchi.
Oh, did I accidentally... oh, shit, I accidentally put this as a Dungeons & Dragons stream, not a...
Oh, rip.
stream. I'll change that later, I promise.
Some other variants by, Stegman, J. Scott Gamble, Mark Bagley, Art Adams.
Pat Gleason's doing one. Like, Jesus Christ. And you know what? I'm a little sad because that God tier cover for AS55. They just want Patrick Gleason to do the same cover from now on forever. That's all he's going to be known for is just that cover.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, we got another collage cover. Let's have. I want to. If I had time, I'd go through it and see if there's any errors like they did with that Marvel number 1000 or there was was it New 52 Alan Scott?
Oh yeah, where they had a panel from New 52 Earth 2, right?
Yeah, Alan Scott kissing his partner. It's just in there's like
that's in the quote to quote Jesse Lee Peterson, amazing.
Hack says you could say null is null. Haha. But looking at it, it looks like I don't see anything here.
At a first glance,
it's just a bunch of Venom.
Wow.
A bunch of Venom, and just inside the symbol is just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hang on, let me pull up a chat with my friend because I was talking with him about this last night. That King and Black was be like Act 2, and then I was thinking where do you go from here? Like where do you go from just blowing the fuck out of Symbiote God?
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I feel like they should just end Venom because, like we said, Venom always has a problem of just
the status quo constantly changing. Yeah,
the status quo constantly changing. So I just feel like they should just end it.
Yeah, let Dylan become the new Venom or something. I don't give a shit.
I bet you that's what they're gonna. They would do something like that. They would absolutely do something like that. Make Dylan the new Venom, or maybe Dylan actually becomes the symbiote god.
Yeah, probably.
Did we actually figure out the ending of King in Black? Because we've done this before. We figured out the entire plot of Empire.
Yeah, we figured out Empire, and then we figured out Tim Fox's Batman before they announced it officially. So,
yep.
That's
Oblivious. Hack says Oblivious Act 3 will be the return of Judas Traveler.
Oh god damn it! If you actually guessed that correctly, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I know it's not gonna actually happen, but watch as Nick Spencer comes in and brings in Judas Traveler against Venom. Or Scott. That's what Scott Snyder does. Scott Snyder moves to Marvel. He's like, hey guys,
remember this character?
Remember Judas Traveler? Well, I'm redefining him with my friend Greg Capullo, who defines such characters as the Court of Owls, Bloom, Jim Gordon as Bat Cop, and so many more.
And that's it.
Oh, and the Batman who kecks.
Kekimus Maximus.
The Batman Hatton who kecks.
There's.
Look at all those variant covers. Jesus Christ.
Kate's. Well, it's an anniversary, of course. If it's a number 1 or an anniversary, you can guarantee it's gonna have a shit ton of variants. But Kate's and Stegman leaving. Okay.
I'll miss Stegman.
Leaving the comic. I'll miss Stegman. But I was leaving the comic anyway.
I've already left it, so I'm not missing anything.
Quill is just done with Venom. I'm just sticking.
I've been done. I was reviewing Satellites, and I was half convinced to get up and leave while we were talking about Venom. I just didn't give a shit anymore. You weren't there, Chris, but It was a moment where I definitively was like, I don't care. You can talk about Venom all you want. I'm gonna go get a drink. Because I watched Eddie fall for 22 pages. I don't give a shit anymore.
And I don't blame you. Yep. So Venom 200. The guys that started it all are leaving it.
Press F in the chat, I guess, or S.
F for Stegman.
S for Cates.
Cates will still be S for Cates. L for Cates.
You got into too many drunk internet fights.
Yeah, Cates will still be on Thor, I guess, and then.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go back to Image.
Go back to. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, my thoughts on Venom is that I think as a whole, now we know that Cates is leaving. It definitely was good. It was great when it started, but I think it just went on for too long with this story. The point is just like, okay, just wrap it up and go. At this point,
please just finish it.
Just, I mean, it defined. I would say it defined Donny Cates as like Marvel's newest big hit.
Hot, yeah, they're hot commodity.
Like Thanos laid the foundation.
Cosmic Ghost Rider laid the pavement, and then Venom came in and rode his motorcycle down the road, and then crashed it on Venom Island.
Hack says he's pissed that Marvel canceled the Ghost Rider series after 7 issues. Yeah, they ended it. It's like I didn't read the second arc, but I'm guessing it just ends on a cliffhanger. Because the whole thing is just like was like Johnny was like going crazy.
I'm the king of hell.
I'm the king of hell.
I'm the Ghost Rider, baby.
And then Danny becomes the spirit of like corruption or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Or conviction or something like that. That's Marvel.
That's Ed Brisson. Honestly, if they had to pick someone to come in and do X-Men before Hickman, I would have actually picked him over Rosenberg.
Well, that's because we've seen what Rosenberg is like.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna do Solicits now, because...
Yep, we can finish everything up with Solicits.
Okay, so April, Batman, let's see, Green Lantern, and then Batman. Even fucking Scooby-Doo has Batman in it.
We were talking beforehand, and Quill brought up, should we talk about DC? And I said, it's just Batman. It's literally just Batman. There's no point.
Yeah, we were talking about Green Lantern during our last Destiny stream, I think. Or was that a couple of streams ago? But we were talking about the new Green Lantern during our Destiny stream. And I like 2 out of the 3 characters. I like Joe Mullane and John Stewart. I forgot about Teen Lantern. If someone likes her, good for them. It's just not for me. And she's not like enough to ruin buying this book for me, but I'm just gonna wait for the trade. So I like Jeffrey Thorne. I guess you'd call it the Black Lanterns because it's all the all the black characters.
It's just a new version of Black Panther.
Yeah. Like the Pillar.
Wakanda forever. This is no place to die.
Dies.
But what we're going to talk about is Marvel Solicits, because they just came out today. Even I didn't know that.
I had to send him the link. Oh, also, real quick before we do that, there's a Justice League Ruby crossover, and Jessica Cruz is in it. And I feel bad because on our DC stream we were talking about Green Lantern Future State. I said I want more Jessica Cruz, and I just had to pull out that monkey paw and curl the finger because this is where I got her.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Ruby crossover. And it's by
Marguerite Bennett.
Marguerite Bennett. So there's a 50-50 chance it's not going to be good.
After that, it's just Batman. I'm really scrolling through this all. Most of this is just Batman.
Batman. Remember, guys, DC is currently in an infinite frontier.
An infinite
anything's
frontier
possible.
of Batman.
Anything's possible. You could have anything you want. Unless it's anyone that isn't Batman. You can't.
Oh,
DC,
there is a Flash issue, and
there's a Flash, there's a Superman, there's
a Justice League,
a Justice League,
and it's written by It's written by Venus, and that pisses me off because like you got this gorgeous David Marquez art, and they released a couple of pages of preview over a couple of series, and it looks great, but it's written by Venus, and that's what's keeping me from reading it.
It has a very interesting and good roster aside from Naomi.
And even then I can look past that. But it's Venus.
Alright, I'll be right back, but go ahead with the solicits.
You want to keep talking about DC, or do you want me to go back over to Marvel?
You can talk about DC. I won't be gone for long, just be a few seconds.
Okay. So going into the Teen Titans bit, it's all Red X's. Hooray. You liked Red X from Teen Titans cartoon? Good for you. Have a whole army of them. Truth and Justice, I assume this is about... Oh, I guess it's an anthology series. Good for them. And then you got Wonder Woman, where she's off looking like Lady Sif. It's $4.99 with a young Diana adventure. Is this gonna be like the fucking opening to Wonder Woman 1984, where she's in the tournament? And it's just like a life lesson that she learns that she applies later in her adventures in real life. Whatever. Here you've got a bunch of paperbacks. Paperback for Batman Universe. It's all Batman. It's all Batman in the paperbacks now. God damn it.
See, I told you.
It's
all Batman.
Look, there's Tim Fox So, Exaggerated Swagger of a Batman's getting a deluxe hardcover.
But his own miniseries, or like the whole collected John Ridley stuff?
The collected John Ridley stuff.
Which, like, he's the only one from Future State that's getting this. Like, the collected John Ridley stuff of, like, here's what he did in Detective Comics, here's what he did here.
Because he's getting the stories from... He's getting a couple stories from Batman Black and White #1 and Joker Warzone. And a brand new... So there's actually a new story in here with art by Dustin Nguyen. Okay. That's nice. Authority, Dark Knight's Death Metal War of the Multiverses hardcover. I think that's a hardcover. No, it's a paperback. Authority, Batman Universe.
Batman.
Bizarro hardcover. There's a Bizarro hardcover. Fables.
Collected works, or like... I think Bizarro has had any series aside from like DCU.
It's the two anthology titles of Bizarro Comics and Bizarro World.
Okay.
So basically, I guess it's the collected works, yeah. Flash paperback. Flash Death of Iris West. Flash Impulse Runs in the Family. Harley Quinn Poison Ivy collected. Justice League Galaxy of Terrors. Justice League. There's a new 52 omnibus for Justice League. That's gonna get canceled.
I feel like they already had one, so okay.
That's nice. Venus Romita Jr. Action Comics. People want that.
No one cares.
People want that, I guess. Young Justice is getting a paperback.
Literally selling trash.
You're literally selling paper to burn.
both in writing and in art.
Yeah, I know people like Romita Jr., but I'm gonna be Meanie Bobini for a minute and just say Romita Jr. It's not what he used to be. We can put him with Salvador Larroca and Greg Land on artists who used to be good, or at least pretending to be good, and then went to shit.
I mean, let's be honest. He gets along just because the fact he's
John
he's
Romita
related.
Sr.'s dad. Yeah.
You mean son? Romita Jr. is his dad.
Yes, Junior is now the father.
Junior means father.
Let's see. I guess we can do Marvel now because all it's just is Batman. Oh, there's Crypto the Superdog trade paperback. Nice. Alright, let's go to Marvel. For whatever reason, there's an Avengers King in Black tie-in after King in Black is over.
So yeah, King in Black. Black ends.
It ends in March, but I guess they're doing a King. I guess it's because Avengers. I guess it's because Aaron didn't want to end his Phoenix arc, and Marvel's like, fine, you can do this.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're doing Phoenix Force again.
Again. You got that clip of like the nerd crew were just like, gotta give it up. My man, Avengers. My man, the Phoenix Force.
Ready to talk about Venom, and then they're bringing back Marvels again.
They never released it. It's one of those series that was like in limbo after the pandemic hit.
But wasn't there something else? There was another Marvels thing as well that came out.
It was that Alex Ross book that you're thinking of, right?
Yeah.
The anthology one.
Maybe, I don't know. It had something definitely to do with Marvel.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Is the Alex Ross led anthology?
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah.
Let's see.
Marvel's #1 by. I mean, Kurt Busiek is still getting work. Surprisingly.
I'm glad because he's writing a Namor King in Black time that has nothing to do with King in Black.
Yes, I remember that. Anything to get Kurt Busiek off Twitter so he actually does something. Yelling at people.
It's got a good lineup. You got Just Frank, Spider-Man, Captain America, Black Cat, Arrow, I think original Human Torch. Yeah, a Golden Age Vision.
Arrow,
and then two OCs.
Two brand new characters.
Whatever, if they're good, I'll take. Oh, and Iron Man and Storm. So pretty solid lineup, and it's got a good artist. So
surprisingly, it's only $3.99 for #1. Wow. And then we're going to go into another #1 that isn't $3.99. The Mighty Valkyries, guys. You like Valkyrie?
You know what really sucks is that Mattia DeLuis. I think that's how you. Eulis. Good artist. Why are they doing this?
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing this is the main cover where it has Loki, Hela, and Jane Foster Thor. Jane Foster Valkyrie.
Yeah, that's the main cover, and the person who's doing that is also doing the interiors. So, looks really good. I'm not buying it.
Yeah. I'm not buying it because it's Jason Aaron. And, I don't care.
And Torun Grønbekk, I think is how you pronounce that name.
Guys, we need an official Asgardian on this creative team.
Then we've got this Women of Marvel one shot where Sarah Pichelli draws the same character with different costumes.
Holy shit! Yeah, pretty much they have almost the same build. Same faces. Does Sarah Pichelli know how to draw boobs? Because
she did.
Elektra is looking a bit weird. One is round. So I got my mouse there. This is not objectifying. Not objectifying Elektra. Yes, Elektra's hot, but I'm not objectifying it. I'm just doing this to prove a point. One is
saggy, and then the other is.
The other one is saggy.
It's like, okay, I can buy the physics of that, but pick or choose, Pichelli. You can't
pick one.
You know what? I think this is for those dads who go into the comic book shop and want to get something for their daughter, and it's like, hey, look, these strong female characters. Fine.
Why is Elektra there? She's barely hero. Well, it's women of Marvel, so.
They never said heroes of Marvel.
Never said heroes, despite the fact that everyone there is typically a hero. Except Elektra.
Right now she's LARPing as Daredevil, so.
Yeah. Well, this one she's just Elektra, so.
Yeah.
Who cares? $5.99.
You know what? If you're an easily manipulated person who wants to get that for their kid, sure. Have fun.
Sure. And we come to Way of X.
Another X-Men book. I'm gonna be honest. This is where I'm drawing the line, guys. I have put up with a lot of the oversaturation of the X-Men books. This is where I'm drawing the line. Okay, this is it. You got to stop here. We're officially at peak capacity.
It doesn't say like of number. It just says Way of X #1, and it doesn't say it's not a one shot. So it's a new fucking series.
Yeah, I think. So I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to say before we get to the X books that X-Men, X-Factor, and Hellions are missing from the Solicits. Whether or not that was intentional or not, it wouldn't surprise me if Hellions was ending soon, just because that was a book that was probably never going to last long to begin with. As much as I love it, it wasn't. No. As much as I love that book, it was never guaranteed a very long run.
Considering the fact it was a follow up of another series that did not last long either.
Yeah, Fallen Angels. So. Fallen Angels, more like more like a fallen sales numbers. Am I right?
Oh no, I'm reacting to what Hack put up. Hack put up Way of X, Enter the X, X Reloaded, X Revolution, Game of X.
This is very much like the '90s type of like This isn't as bad as, remember Resurrection, when they were like, after they shafted them for the Inhumans and they brought them back, it's like, oh god, we're missing out on the core audience. It's not as like aggressively bad as, or as oversaturated as that era was, but this is where I'm like, okay, you need to stop. Like, cancel a book. Cancel a book. I'm willing to sacrifice cable, just please. No more.
Pretty much, yeah.
A reprint. There's a reprint of Squadron Supreme stuff. That's fine.
Guys, Darkhawk, remember him?
I'm surprised they got back to like the original. I think this is like the original creative team. So,
Danny Fingeroth, Dan Abnett, and Kyle Higgins.
No, Danny Fingeroth and Mike Manley were the ones who created him. So. And
it says here Tom DeFalco. It says here Tom DeFalco and Mike Manley.
The fuck? Are you looking on like the Marvel wiki for that, or?
I'm looking at like Wikipedia here. Here, Darkhawk, Christopher Powell, created by Tom DeFalco, who was the writer, and Mike Manley, the artist.
Oh, I think there was Fingeroth then. What the fuck? Huh.
Guys, remember Black Panther?
That's ended.
Yep, that's...
Like, legit, it's the last issue. I mean, what else can I say about that? I will say...
I love it. The finale of Ta-Nehisi Coates' landmark run.
To be fair, I think this is the first good Black Panther run. Not good, I wouldn't say. I haven't read this part of it. But I got the collected edition of his first of the 2015 run. I liked it. I wouldn't say this is like landmark. It's better than Hudlin's run, but we're kind of chasing stones here. Congratulations.
Yeah. So, $5.99 for the end of a landmark run. I don't care.
And then
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Brett Booth. Oh boy, he's stuck. We're stuck with Brett Booth now.
Guys, Brett Booth. If we put him on X-Men, it'll save everything. They'll get all the sales numbers.
Oh!
Shut up.
Oh, whoops! I skipped ahead. I accidentally went to Alien. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, they're doing an expanded lineup. I'm glad Ewing isn't leaving because I've been liking this book, and I'm glad Ewing isn't just like quitting after issue 12 like Cates did. They're all getting like they're getting all these edgy uniforms with too much detail on them and way too much overcomplicated shading. I'm sorry, guys. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
It seems kind of.
I know people in my audience like Brett Booth, but why does Nova have like a leather jacket? Yeah.
Yeah. It seems pointless with Nova considering the majority of his coloring is still there, the black and gold.
Yeah, so I think it's just there to give him some extra detail. I hope that's just like a Brett Booth thing and not like that's actually happening in the book.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I know there are people in my audience who love Brett Booth, but
he's a good artist. He's just really overrated.
He's overly detailed, and like I was reading the preview for X-Men number 17 because he's doing that issue, and like, oh my god, my eyes fucking bled because there was so much detail there. I couldn't tell what was going on.
I can see their veins.
I can see the veins in their bulge.
So
Let's see, Alien with Salvador LaRocca. That's the biggest insult you could ever give a book.
you got Philip Kennedy Johnson on it, but then Salvador LaRocca. Oof.
That's like that's like the biggest backhanded. That's like, what is it, like, stab in the back? You got Philip Kennedy Johnson, and you got it's me, Salvador LaRocca, tracing six-fingered hands.
Let me trace this other person's work.
Let me trace a Star Wars movie.
Oh, he's gonna trace something from the actual, like,
no, yeah, I'm sure he's gonna trace something from the Batman movie, or not from from the Alien movies. Why did I say Batman? I've got Batman on the brain. Trials of Ultraman, another Ultraman book. That's nice.
Yep, Hack just said they're continuing it. Yep, they're continuing it with a sequel miniseries. I mean, at this point, it should have just been an ongoing. If they're just continuing it, I think it's still the same creative team, I believe.
I wonder if they're gonna put in a big hardcover. Let's get it that way. So this one's actually interesting. Spider-Man: Spider's Shadow by Zdarsky and Pascal Ferry. So it's basically apparently it's a revitalization of the What If line. Again,
it even says again. They always keep bringing back What If. Yeah, it literally says What If Peter Parker became Venom. So what if Peter still kept?
So I want to talk about this one really quick. This is what, Peter David and Greg Land's symbiote Spider-Man that keeps going on and just keeps getting more and more mini-series. This is what
fact we don't care anymore.
Yeah, this is what it should have been, because eventually the Alien costume saga is a very niche, very narrow period of Spider-Man's history, and there's only so many untold tales you can put in that era. So moving it to an Elseworlds is a much better creative choice, and it gives Zdarsky and Ferry a lot more creative freedom. So this is what I've been looking for.
I'll definitely pick it up. Zdarsky
and Matt Hollingsworth. So Silk. I'm one of her 10 fans. I will buy this book.
I do like the Inhukuli cover. Great looking cover.
Takeshi Miyazawa, fairly good artist. I liked her on Miss Marvel, and is Takeshi Miyazawa a she or a he? Let me look it up.
It's a he. I think I would have known anyway by the name Takeshi. That's usually male.
Well, it's 2021, so people can have masculine or feminine names. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, I'm not progressive. I'm sorry.
We stand current year in this house. But yeah, I will be picking this up because I'm one of her 10 fans, and I will support this character. Black Knight, no one cares. Just for the Eternals tie-in. Beta Ray Bill. I'm actually picking that one up.
I'll pick up issue.
I think Chris.
I'll see. Okay.
There we go. I like Daniel Warren Johnson, so here's hoping that's good. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood. Yay.
A character that's supposed to be dead. Well,
I guess it's supposed to be an untold tale.
I guess so.
Ram V is on it, so that's good.
Yeah.
And Al Ewing and Zdarsky, so that issue might be actually worth looking into. America Chavez, made in the USA, as she wears a Puerto Rican flag on her back.
Yes.
The irony is not lost on me.
When I think of America, I think of Puerto Rico. In the same way, when I think of China, I think of Korea. Definitely. I mean, this two different things.
This could be an opportunity for the United States government, like, hey, that Puerto Rico thing? Well, they can retroactively say, like, oh, it was a country it was part of the U.S. all along. So, Thor and Loki double trouble.
So for you Gabby Rivera fans, no, she's not on this.
Good. It's Carlos Gomez. He's a good artist, so I'll check it out. I won't I won't buy it, but I'll ask someone to lend me their copy. Because I know someone who who buys the character, who buys the books with the character in it. So
Yeah.
I'm Not Starfire's Eisner-winning author Mario Tamaki writes Thor and Loki Double Trouble. This is literally the same thing as Spider-Man and Venom Double Trouble.
Yeah.
Mariko Tamaki and Guru Hiru have found their niche and they're gonna stick to it.
And milk it dry. Let's get these comic book duos.
I can't wait for Captain Marvel. I can't wait for Captain Marvel and Marcus Double Trouble. Where it reveals what happened before Claremont got Carol out of hell. We don't want to talk about it. Avengers Mech Strike. This book is
Avengers Gundam.
Avengers the new toy line.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know why they're making it. Why do the Avengers need giant robots? Who cares? We're gonna break shit.
Yeah. I mean, the only character that makes sense for is Iron Man, but I guess everyone needs it.
Spider-Man needs a mech.
Why does Hulk of all people need a fucking mech when he could destroy 50,000 of them probably with one fucking thunderclap by himself?
Why does Captain Marvel need a mech? She's like Avenger. Like, it's weird because they're like putting on her like that pedestal, like, you know, Earth's mightiest hero. Then she needs a giant robot to fight the Celestials, I guess. Wait.
Yeah.
An Avenger has fallen. Are they counting the fucking Celestial as or the dead Celestial as a friend? Jesus Christ. Once you name it, you start getting attached to it. Eternals, where Assad Ribic will continue to recycle his own art.
And I do not care, because I never cared about Eternals. This only exists because they're getting a movie.
I heard like people getting upset that like the Eternals were changing their race and gender. It's like, who gives a shit? For one, it's the Eternals, no one reads them, so you're not losing anything. Two, they set it up so like they can change whatever they want, however they want. So it's like big deal, right? I can't be the only one who thinks that like that's a non-issue for characters as fantastical as the Eternals.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
and to be fair, at the end of the day, people are just gonna forget the Eternals, as Marvel does every time, because there really is.
Once the movie comes out, they'll just fade into the dirt again.
When the movie comes out, they'll do a relaunch, and then that will fade into the abyss.
All right.
And then we have Spider-Man, Curse of the Man thing.
Big boy one shot. I don't care.
I don't care. It's Steve Orlando, so that's 50-50.
You're essentially playing a Russian roulette with a half-loaded magazine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
This one I care about. So
this is what we care about.
I take genuine pride in that I called the Randy Janice relationship a year before it happened. Because I could like it was issue 11 when they first mentioned that Robbie was seeing someone again, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be Janice, because you know you got that really sweet drama between Robbie and Tombstone. Don't tell me Spencer's not gonna like capitalize on that opportunity. And then he did it, and I felt like a sense of gratification, because I am known for, you know, sometimes getting things really wrong, but to like nail this one right on the head, I'm proud of this. You can't take this away from me.
You got it.
And then you got Boomerang and Kingpin versus Spidey and Gog. Or Boomerang, Spidey, and Gog versus Kingpin. I'm actually kind of curious to see how that one turns out. Because, like, Spencer has laid down the foundation so that you cannot predict what the fuck is going to happen next.
And then Clone Saga, again, with Miles. Who cares? Moving on.
Actually, real quick, I do want to go back to ASM real quick.
Yep.
I'm glad that Federico Vicentini is one of the three main artists. I've liked his work on Falcon Winter Soldier and on the ASM.LR issues. So I'm glad that he's being absorbed into the Trinity, as it were, as a replacement for Otley, along with Bagley. You know, it's good to see. It's good to see like multiple artists, because you know Spider-Man's bi-weekly now, it's bi-weekly, right? Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. It's good to have a strong trinity of artists when you're putting out that much book in that short amount of time. But yeah, Clone Saga, no one cares about. Joe Kelly and Chris Bachalo's passion project, no one cares about. Real quick, I do want to address Chris Bachalo was delayed on this book. He's had some hard times. Chris Bachalo, I know you're not reading this random guy on Twitch talking about your comic book that's been constantly delayed, but I hope you, whatever is happening, I think your parents, or I think your mother died. I'm sure she was a wonderful woman, and I hope that everything turns out all right for you. That said, I don't think this book's going to last very long. I think it's like a short passion project that Joe Kelly got editorial to pass around.
Yeah.
So Spider-Woman, just back in the old costume. That's it.
That's it.
Black Cat. I really liked these past 2 issues of the relaunch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. X-Men Legends, literally just nostalgia wank the book.
Yes.
You've got...
Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Brett Booth has something to do with this.
Well, actually, this one's the Simmonsons. So
yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but yeah, like yes, because Brett Booth is going to save the comic industry, and actually, so let's see who we've got here. We've got Ryclops. We have the woman who turns everyone gay, the person who's Jean Grey's victim, war criminal / CIA operative, and Angel.
And then in the background, Oscar Isaac.
In the background, you have Jobber.
Yeah.
And a bunch of machines. This is the classic X Factor uniform, right? This is X Factor, I think. Yeah. MODOK.
Well, it literally says right
yeah,
here.
I can't read. I'm sorry. I'm inept. So, anyways, MODOK Head Games, Patton Oswalt and Jordan Blum's. I guess was it their passion project? Because I know they were doing a series for Hulu, and then we haven't heard anything about it since then.
Who knows? Who cares? I don't care about Pat.
I've actually liked the issues I've read so far. I've only read the first issue, but I really liked it. So I'm kind of wondering how this ends up. I might pick it up in paperback because I only read the first issue. But Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon, aka we wanted Larry Hama on something, but not something important. So let's put him on this. Actually, I think
so.
I like Larry Hama. I read the first issue and it was really good. Oh well, that's it.
Oh well.
I'm just not a big fan of Iron Fist. I'm just not a big fan of Iron Fist. I gotta be honest. I've never had a particular attachment to this character. So
Iron Fist. So far, Iron Fist really works well if he's in the Defenders or he's with Luke Cage.
Yeah, there was that one mini where he has like the.
Neither of those lost.
Yeah, even like in the age where you could get like 76 issues out of Ben Reilly. The dynamic is good, but it never lasts in terms of sales. So.
Yes. Hack, to answer your question of why you're just learning about a new Iron Fist series is because Marvel probably never bothered to promote it.
It's in the book. Well, not in the book, but it's like when you read the book, you get like that free digital coupon. That's where it is. That's where that's how they advertise the books.
Okay, so now to Hicksmen stuff.
My boy's sword, Snark War, baby.
On Krakoa, Fabio.
Discuss the rules of murder.
So what you got to do is you got to get a knife.
You've got to get a blade, maybe a sword. Maybe you got to stab someone.
I mean, we just had some event about swords, so maybe use a sword.
Oh,
wow! But we figured it out. That's the issue.
I actually do enjoy this book. I'm a little upset that they're adding like 2 different artists onto issue 3. But
okay,
I can live with it as long as we get good stuff. Excalibur, Teeny Howard's Dungeons and Dragons roleplay. That's nice.
No one cares. I am shocked it's still at 20 issues.
I think they're giving it until like 24 or hang on, how many issues was Excalibur for X of Swords? Like 3?
I don't know.
I think they're letting it last.
Maybe.
I think they're letting it last till 27, so they can get 2 hardcovers out of it, and then they're just pulling it.
Probably.
Marauders. It's a good book. I read it on and off. But I think that's its problem is that it doesn't have any staying power. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure once the Hellfire Gala happens, this book is ending.
Seems like it. Yeah.
Wolverine, aka Benjamin Percy's X-Force's adventures continued, but with Wolverine as the focus. I'm not even joking. This book is just X-Force, but with Wolverine at the center.
Yeah, literally is. But I would say good cover. Cover looks great.
Yeah. Also Vic Bogdanovic. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Am I pronouncing it right? Vic Bogdanovic.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds like it.
AKA Marvel's excuse to get a Greg Capullo light on the book on one of their books. Children of the Atom, AKA the book that will never happen. That's not a joke. It keeps getting resolicited, but it never happens. Maybe this time it will.
Cable.
I like this book. This book is good. I think it helps that Cable's a fucking weenie. And the book doesn't, like, shy away from making him a fucking weenie. X-Force, a.k.a. Beast is a war criminal.
A.k.a. the lead-up to Wolverine.
New Mutants, a.k.a. we had to give Vita Ayala a book while Children of the Atom was sitting on the bookshelf, so here it is.
Here it is.
Maestro, War and Pax, a.k.a. we want to keep Peter David doing something.
Hack says Children of the Atom will happen once New Warriors gets released.
That book is actually, I think that one's just dead. Like, I think that, like,
I think that the reception by, not only just by comic book readers, but by people who don't even read comic books, because there are, like, so many YouTubers that have nothing to do with
and as someone who identifies as politically progressive and travels in politically progressive circles, the people who care about, like, actual policy implementation hated this book because they recognize that, like, everyone just gives them shit about, like, culture war bullshit, and this is what keeps them from being taken seriously, is the people who write shit like New Warriors and then are and like they're treated as, like, the real progressives, and so optically it's a disaster for people who want to implement progressive policies, because this is what people get seen as, you know, ideologically progressive, and it sucks because this is what we're given and represented as. Fuck off, David Kibblesmith. I'm mad. I'm sorry. You've got me mad.
He's very scared of the original New Warriors because they're so tough looking.
I'm sorry I went off on that rant, but that, like, pissed me off, genuinely.
But onto something good. Immortal Hulk.
Immortal Hobo.
Strength is gone. The Hulk is at his lowest point. I think that's essentially the tagline of the current arcs. The Hulk is at his lowest point.
He's not strong anymore.
Not strong anymore.
I gotta say, Alex Ross's covers from this run have been fucking god tier.
Yeah.
That's all I got. This book has been consistently one of the best things to come out of Marvel in the past 5 or 6 years, right?
Yeah.
And then
it's Ewing's longest running comic so far.
It's Ewing's longest running anything.
Yep.
All he's had is, like, after something good, then we get Fantastic Four.
And then even after that,
the bar just keeps getting lower, baby.
And then the finale of who
Phoenix
fucking cares anymore.
The finale of Fuck You, Phoenix.
Finale of we just recycling everything.
The House of Recycled Ideas. I think that we want to talk about Heroes Reborn real quick. I think this is.
I think we're almost done with this.
Well, I'm talking about it now because it's relevant to this book in particular, because I think that that's just a Avengers story arc. So Jason Aaron literally is the house of recycled ideas. That's it. That's all
He
I got.
is.
Captain Marvel, it's a book that keeps on chugging along. I'm actually somewhat surprised by this book's longevity. I think it has stabilized around 28,000 copies per issue. And for a Captain Marvel book, that's phenomenal, I think. Because
Just to them.
historically, Captain Marvel has never sold well. Even Brian Reed's Miss Marvel, which people claim is like the peak of Carol Danvers as a character, in terms of published history, aside from like Avengers books. But this book is selling better than that one, and that's not necessarily unsurprising considering she has a movie. She has her own solo movie plus the Avengers movies to hype her up. But like, I don't want to say this book is bad. This book is the definition of we have the character and we have a book. Let's publish it.
Yeah.
I've read the book on and off, and every 5 issues or so I come back and I'm like, okay, let's give it a read. And it's never bad, and it's never like, character defining. It's just there. And I guess I guess for Captain Marvel, that's good. Because part of the problem is that people don't want to read people don't read Captain Marvel. People will kind of get upset at Captain Marvel no matter what. So just being in that firm middle ground is like the best place for her to be. That's my piece on it.
Yeah.
Captain America, Ta-Nehisi Coates is at it again. He's doing something. I don't know what it is, but he is doing something.
Who cares?
Whoever he's holding,
I got a pretty good reaction picture from one of the faces in that cover.
Whoever Ta-Nehisi Coates is holding hostage at Marvel, blink twice. We hear you.
Savage Avengers, it still exists.
I think I know why, and you want to explain real quick, maybe?
Sure.
So, you know Husk, right? The X-Men character,
Yes.
Cannonball's sister. So she debuted in Rom the Space Knight number 3, I believe, or annual number 3. And Marvel's main problem is that they can't reprint the issues that she debuted in, because Rom the Space Knight doesn't belong to Marvel anymore. The distribution rights have gone to IDW. And so since they got the rights back to Conan, they want to keep publishing a book that he's in, that as long as they have the rights to, they can reprint it. But if they lose the rights, they aren't legally stopped from reprinting the origins of other characters, because this is the only book he's ever appearing in.
Yeah.
Aside from his solo, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they keep this book going so that they have a steady reservoir of reprintable stories for Conan, but in case he gets sent away, this is the only title they have to deal with in terms of collateral from losing it. It's just a book that keeps on going. I frankly don't understand why it's still going, but I guess it sells fine. I'd have to look at their sales figures, but I assume it sells well enough to justify just kind of chugging along as Jerry Dugan's passion project.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the first arc, but apart from that, this is easily something you could just
ignore.
Put on the chopping block. Yeah.
Just make it a trade book. Like, just make it straight to paperback. Iron Man. So I've been
AKA not Iron Man, because it's about Hellcat.
And I've been very kind to Cantwell for his use of Hellcat. In fact, I actually think he's been his use of her has been fine so far. But it kind of takes a steer into left field when you're getting an entire issue focused on a character that I frankly don't care about. I'm not reading this book for Hellcat. I'm reading this book for Iron Man, where Hellcat is a foil to Iron Man morally. Now, I looking at the cover, Moondragon is there, and if you go back to classic Avengers, that's a fairly niche dynamic that I'm kind of interested to see re-explored. But I don't care. I don't read this for Hellcat. If this was a Hellcat book and Cantwell wanted to do an issue about Moondragon, that's fine. But I'm reading Iron Man, and not only is Kafu gone after 7 issues, that's surprising in this day and age for an artist to be on for 7 issues, but we're also pivoting away from the main character to focus on his foil.
Yeah.
So, I'll need to see how it turns out, because I'm willing to stick up to this book until now. I've been willing to stick up with this book pretty objectively until now, but this is the one where it's going to be like my make or break moment. If Cantwell doesn't go right, just do one issue with Cat and go right back to the Iron Man stuff, I need to reconsider my place in reading this book. That's just it. Black Widow, more Kelly Thompson shenanigans. That's nice.
Sure.
Thor,
we don't care.
More Kate shit. Champions, that's still going for some reason. Daredevil, actually really slept on. If you're not reading Daredevil now, go read it. Genuinely one of Marvel's sleeper hits.
Yep. And it's with Elektra now. Elektra Devil.
Yeah. Conan, aka the reprint machine. Runaways, that book is still... What?
It's fuck, that still exists.
Runaways?
Somehow. Yeah. Still exists.
Gotta get that paperback money, baby.
Power Pack finale, who cares?
I thought that book was over last month. Oh well, I don't care.
I'm guessing it was delayed because of COVID.
Okay. High Republic, I'm actually looking forward to... I liked the first issue. I know Nerd and I actually got into a small tussle over it, because she got mad that someone used their lightsaber to stop their fall. Even though that's how that's how lightsabers work.
Which, yes, it is dumb, but remember, Ahsoka does the same thing.
Multiple times, and I think the same episode.
Multiple times. Yep. Ahsoka's done it. So if it's been done by another character, it's not like, oh, they don't know how lightsabers work. No. It's keeping to a continuity.
And
even though this is set in the past, isn't it? Like High Republic's like way into the past.
This is like 200 years before Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Real quick, I am gonna review the book because I bought the hardcover, and I do plan on doing a review of it. My short review for now is I liked it, and it's a very good launching point for the overall High Republic brand. I would wait for this to go on trade paperback before buying it, just because it looks good on your shelf, and I don't know how long it's going to last, so you might as well just get the paperback when it comes out. Star Wars Bounty Hunters, this series still exists, somehow. I legitimately don't know the purpose of this book. I guess it's just like they have...
Because Mandalorian.
Well, they also have the OC Valence. He's appeared in multiple books. He appeared in Han Solo Imperial Cadet, which is actually a book I kind of slept on. I kind of regret sleeping on because it was a legitimately good book. But yeah, I think that they keep it around because they like the bounty hunters and they want to touch on like the obscure, sea underworld bit of Star Wars. That's fine. Just make it an anthology book, though.
Yeah.
Darth Vader, I have no feelings on this. I think Charles Soule peaked Darth Vader as a character.
Agreed. Yep.
So Greg Pak is kind of redundant. This weird... They're literally making a book out of their covers.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Aphra, the book that... If you like it, for you. Good for you if you like it. I don't, but I'm not going to stop you. And then I guess, do you want to talk about collections? Okay.
Particularly. Like, here's the collections, whatever.
Let's go. We've got Death of Captain America. McFarlane's Spider-Man is actually the one that I'm surprised by. I just didn't see a McFarlane Spider-Man reprint coming anytime soon. Lee Kirby Fantastic Four Omnibus. Excalibur and Marauders hardcovers. When the X-Force one comes out, I'll buy that one. Maybe X-Men, but not these. They're fine, but I don't want them on my shelf. Yeah, I think that's all we've got. Oh, and Volume 12 of ASM. Or Spencer's ASM, so. Alright. I think that's it.
Alright. That's it. And to quickly end everything off, as you probably have heard already, Marvel is pulling shit out of the bin again and reusing it. We're getting Heroes Reborn.
Oh, are we doing the Heroes Reborn meme?
Yes, we're doing it. Doing Heroes Reborn.
I should probably pull up the 4chan thread, but I'm not gonna pull up 4chan on stream. It's gonna be like
Reddit only.
It's gonna be like insta demonetization.
But yes, again, literally a week, pretty much a week after they announced that we're getting another Clone Saga with Miles Morales, we're getting another Heroes Reborn.
I think this is supposed to be just a Avengers storyline, because it talked about whatever happened to Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is, the Avengers. So I think this is gonna be like another lead into a new.
I feel like this is the thing they're gonna do. They're just gonna bring back old storylines, but they're contained to a title, which I'm okay with to a degree.
As long as it's not interfering with the title that I care about.
Yeah. So yeah, we're getting Heroes Reborn again. Stay tuned when we get another secret invasion.
Where we get Beast fucking sending genetic bombs to the Skrulls instead of Scott.
Beast engineers his own weaponized scrolls.
Beast decides to commit war crimes proactively.
I had a funny thought because on the tweet I made about it, Corrupt said, so it's something like we're getting another secret empire, and I had this funny thought like
the Secret Empire was we've had two Secret Empires, because there was the original one that revealed like Nixon was the head of this like evil cabal. Remember that was the original Secret Empire.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but I had this thought. Okay, if they're gonna do that again, so you had Captain America, the lead up to it, turns out he was an evil Hydra Nazi, whatever. What we'll do for a third Secret Empire? Okay, bear with me. We get Sam Wilson, be Captain America again. Okay, that's how we start off. He becomes Captain America again. Okay, the twist is he's actually a white supremacist.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Trying to think of a real life allegory they can make out of it. Fuck. Hang on. Let me look up a black white supremacist. Hang on.
I mean,
the school's internet is gonna.
Just Twitter. Anyone disagreeing with progressive far left Twitter? I don't care that you're black. You're a white supremacist too.
Oof. Let's see.
Yeah, that was a funny thought.
Yeah,
you know what
we'll do? We'll do the Clayton Bigsby thing from the Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
Styx is a white supremacist from Daredevil.
Oh. Oh no.
He's been leading the Hand this entire time. And the Hand are Hydra. Hail Hydra.
Everyone's Hydra.
And when everyone's Hydra, no one will be.
No one will be. Aim Hydra. Sword Hydra. Hydra.
That's just Orcus.
It'll be like aim Hydra, sword Hydra, Hydra. Actually, that's Thunderbolts.
That's true.
Just everyone's Hydra except Hydra. The stories.
Hydra turns. It's like in Shattered Glass. It's like in Shattered Glass. That Transformers continuity.
I remember that.
It's where the Decepticons are good and the Autobots are bad. It's like the mirror universe.
Yes, and what was it? It was like Ultra Magnus got his face ripped off. I remember that. I think it was Magnus. It was either Magnus or no. Hot Rod was just like the star scream of the Autobots.
Yeah, he had a mustache.
I want to be in control.
He had a chainsaw for a hand.
Yes.
Or a buzzsaw. I don't give a shit.
Edgy and cool.
Yeah, I think this is really all we got.
That's all we got. Ending it there.
I think
Sam Wilson, the white supremacist.
That's what we're ending on.
That's what we're ending.
So I'm gonna make a list. So next week I want to talk about a couple of things. Not on your stream, but on mine, because I'm doing an actual Bogenrieder Variety Hour next week. So next week we're talking about Sword number 2, ASM 57 and 58, X-Men number 17 with everyone's favorite artist Brett Booth, Immortal Hulk number 42, and I think something else. Hang on, let me check my list. That's it, I think.
That's it. And then we'll be back again on Tuesday to talk about future states.
Whatever books come out that week.
That's actually a short one for me, because the main one I'm only getting is Dark Detective, so I might check out the other ones, because it's just going to be
more Halo guns. Wow.
Oh my god, we're gonna get more Halo guns. Yes. He's gonna change it up. It's just gonna be Gears of War weapons.
They're gonna be Mass Effect weapons.
You see, yeah, the M7 Lancer for some reason. It's like, wait, what?
Huh?
It just randomly typed in actual words, just that.
We got like the Tim Allen face.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's it for the stream. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for having me a guest on your stream. Cool stream. Hello. I'm Chris. You can check me out on
everyone go to Chris's channel. He does. Yes. We do vidya there. I might do vidya here. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll do vidyas. And actually, after this, because I'm going to take a break to actually finish my lunch, I'm going to be playing the Resident Evil Village demo that came out today. So that should be fun.
Based.
I get to be chased around by big titty woman. That's what I've heard. Apparently, she appears in the demo, so I'm very excited to be chased by big.
You're still on stream. All right.
Hey.
I'm gonna kill my stream. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, Spidey Dude, for checking in. Thank you, random follower bot, for asking me to buy your stuff. Have a good night.